Hi there, it's Lisa here on our 25th Sunday of Ordinary Time. We're back to the flow of ordinary. And our first reading today, well, no smile on your face today. This is a reading from the book of Amos. And if you're familiar with Amos, and if you're not, at least go read the section that is the introduction to Amos, because this is a prophet in the northern kingdom, and he was trying to get the people to reform. They did not, and they got captured by the Assyrians. And the salvation history says you got captured because you didn't worship God correctly. So we'll pay attention here to what they're doing on the Sabbath instead of worshiping God, right? And then how they take advantage of the lowly. So a reading from the book of the prophet Amos, and the name Amos is the most important word in that line because that helps people orient, and they actually might not, we don't hear too much about Amos except he really is fussing at people. And so 1, 2, 3, and then we start the reading, and I would start out, just punch it, okay? Hear this, you who trample upon the needy and destroy the poor of the land. So it's a strong voice. It's God's voice coming at, because God is ticked off. And the last two lines tell us, the Lord has sworn by the pride of Jacob. All right? Never will I forget a thing they have done. Never. Never. So you're not going to be able to do that with your hands, but your voice needs to say how definite God is. When you treat people like this and you ignore me on the Sabbath, never. Okay, so hear this, you who trample, and I want you to be making eye contact when you say that word you who trample upon the needy and destroy the poor of the land. Okay, so we're going to pause right there because that's God. And then we go into this voice and see how you want to do this voice. Do we make it whiny? Do we make it conniving? What kind of voice is this? When will the new moon be over? The new moon, so we can get back, because we got to stop everything and have the festivity of the new moon. Okay, when will the new moon be over, you ask, that we may sell our grain? Okay, I kind of did a whiny voice there. Sell our grain. And the Sabbath, when is that going to be over? And the Sabbath, that we may display the wheat, because we can't sell on the Sabbath, dang it. Okay, we just want to sell our stuff. And then they get the conniving voice. We will diminish the ephah. They'll never know. And add to the shekel, and fix our scales for cheating. So you could do this in a hey voice, or you could do this in a very clever, I'm so clever voice. Okay, it continues. We will buy the poor, we will buy the lowly for silver. And the poor for a pair of sandals. Give them sandals, you get whatever you want, right? Even the refuse of the wheat, we will sell. Okay? Did you see me pause and just like, yeah, got it. I'm going to lay it on. They're not going to have a clue. Then we pause. And it comes back big again. The Lord has sworn by the pride of Jacob. Never will I forget a thing they have done. And I'm pausing with this look on my face. Now I'm smiling. Okay? Never will I forget a thing they have done. And we go 1, 2, 3. The word of the Lord. Really nice and strong. Okay, so let's see how this would sound if I just did it straight through, right? A reading from the book of the prophet Amos. Hear this, you who trample upon the needy and destroy the poor of the land. When will the new moon be over, you ask, that we may sell our grain, and the Sabbath, that we may display the wheat? We will diminish the ephah, add to the shekel, and fix our scales for cheating. We will buy the lowly for silver, and the poor for a pair of sandals. Even the refuse of the wheat we will sell. The Lord has sworn by the pride of Jacob, never will I forget a thing they have done. The word of the Lord. Okay, there we go. So practice reading aloud. Get your best voices in there. God bless. Be strong.